Welcome to another mini update episode for Roll for Crit at Gen Con 2015. I'm Jonathan Estes.
I'm Will Keeler. Now, I remember a few years ago, we saw footage from the Upper Deck party in which they announced the Spider-Man expansion and Alien Legendary.
Yes, and we were very excited.
And we've been excited with both of those. And now we're getting rewarded again, this time with Predator and Secret Wars.
So let's start on the new Legendary Encounters edition, which is Predator, as you said.
Right. If you've played the other one before, it's similar to Alien, in which there goes through the movie scenarios in which you have to fight the Predators throughout similar with the characters from the movies, which is really cool. And I love it. And looking through it is amazing. But what they added in this one, which isn't an Alien, is that you can do the flip side, in which you play as the Predators fighting the humans. And unlike that one, it's not cooperative, it's 100% PvP.
Right.
And what I really like about that is, one, the PvP makes it unique, and reading through some things are hilarious.
Also, to be clear, the players are all Predators.
Yes, so players are all Predators
and to fight the humans.
Yes, it's sort of like they become the mastermind, so to speak.
Right.
One, their wounds, the ones I was reading, like are like injury to your pride, like a guy trips you and that's like you get -2 and stuff here.
Because that would hurt a Predator.
What hurts a Predator is not a wound,
right,
but it's like their pride.
They're unstoppable killing machines.
Yes.
So yeah.
Another thing I really like is there's two Predator groups, really one the city one and one more that geared more towards like the forest type.
Okay.
And of course you have the big cards, like if you remember in Alien, there was like you can be the mercenary or the medic.
Oh, the
similar
like
thing.
character
yeah, the
ability
character.
cards. Yeah.
Except, what I like also is those cards, those Predator cards, can go into Legendary. So you could be playing a game in the Legendary system, but Predator happens to be hopping in.
Yeah, of course, because why wouldn't you want to do that?
No, exactly.
And I mean, if you can't tell from the set, it is huge. There are 700 cards in that box.
700 cards! I'm going to be spending hours sorting this.
I think, I'm pretty sure more than any other Legendary base set. More than probably the original, like, Legendary plus the first 2 expansions combined.
Right. And, I mean, I just can't wait to actually get a chance to play it. But, obviously, some of us have enjoyed the Alien things as well, and Alien and Predator tend to always go together. I don't know why. Like, they just seem to go.
Some marketing exec
years ago,
decided.
They just got married and they've been together since.
How it would be.
Now, there is a bit of an issue because Predators, they can see everything. So it's a little harder when the aliens come out hidden, so they had to change some of the rules with this. This is a little pack that you could get that allows you to mix seamlessly the Legendary Encounters Predator and an Alien. Now, this is actually really funny to read because the scenarios of all the Alien missions, that's pretty much what all this is, have the same names. So let me just find the specific one. Like, no one can hear you scream. Event, people are disappearing. And imagine, why is a Predator caring about people disappearing? And like, each player discards 2 random, but like, you take this as a victory point. Like, it becomes, like, the whole thing is the Predator's now in the Alien universe. And you're still playing PvP, though.
Interesting. Yeah. No. I mean, it has to be because it's Alien versus Predator. Yeah. So that is. I'm curious. I don't know if we really know yet if this is officially going to be. I assume they're going to be selling it at some point, but I don't know if we have like a date if it's going to be out with this.
No,
at the
because
same time.
I mean, we both heard of it
they
first.
They kind of just
yesterday.
talked about it yesterday.
I do expect to be sold separately, and I do think that we are going to get an actual Predator versus Alien Legendary Encounters expansion, probably a smaller one.
Well, we know there is still one regular Alien expansion coming, a small
That's true.
one. So we don't know what's in that yet. But obviously excited to check that out. I don't know as much about Predator.
Also terrified.
Excited and terrified.
Not just to play the game, just to sort it.
And then moving on to, of course, the classic Marvel version. We have Secret Wars Volume 1. We talked about in our video yesterday a little bit how there's going to be 1 and 2.
And boy, is this confusing just like the actual Secret Wars.
Right. So there's actually some pretty cool new stuff in this. Some stuff like there are now heroes that have 2 symbols on them instead of just 1. They're also bringing back some older keywords, bribe and teleport, which we've been talking about.
And said that that's a must.
Wanting them to do, for a long time. I think the biggest thing in this set that's the most exciting to me is the new mode where one player plays as the mastermind, whereas in the past it had been just the game.
No, that's crazy, because I remember when we first looked at the cards, you're like, what are these cards? What are they doing? And I'm like, this is the mastermind's cards.
They not only do they get their own deck of cards that they can put in play that mess with you, they can also buy cards, they have their own deck, and they can actually fight villains if they want, just to stop you from like getting points or a reward or something. So there's a lot of I almost feel like that might be the way I want to play from now on, because it's just more fun, I think, maybe, unless you really want to play co-op, which can be fun, to have somebody as the guy to go against rather than just the game.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, I think you mentioned you saw some cards that if they escape, they become another mastermind.
Yes, there are villains so you can have multiple masterminds to defeat. So if you ever complained about challenge in a legendary game, don't ever again, because this is what they're doing to us. Stop it.
What's also crazy, since it's a secret verse, everything's there and pretty much everything's up for grabs.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw some Thanos is a playable character.
I don't even know what's going on there.
We see zombies as villains. We've seen the Thor, like was it the Thor?
Yeah.
Corps?
By the way, some of those are some villains now. You can, if you defeat them, they go in your deck and become heroes, including the Thor Corps.
Yeah, no, that's
Lots of crazy stuff. And yeah, what Black Panther, Captain Marvel, some really cool ones that we've been wanting for a long time.
But I think the biggest news from this came yesterday.
Yeah.
When we found out it was 2 sets. So after seeing this, we're wondering what's in the second set? We think it's at least Ant-Man
Gotta be a shoo-in.
and Miss Marvel, not the blonde one, but the newest
new
one.
And I'm thinking maybe Wasp to complement Ant-Man.
Maybe, yes. But we could also see other
And/or Yellow
universes
Jacket
because
or-
after seeing this, we're like, they could do anything. We could see playable zombies. Marvel. That would be so weird.
Yeah.
Like you would actually maybe carnage your own deck kind of deal.
Yeah, it could happen. So lots of stuff to look forward to from Legendary. We love the games. If you do too, you definitely want to look into this. Or if you're a Predator fan.
After this film's ending, we're just throwing all the cards together on the floor and seeing what happens.
Only thing to be worried about is sorting that beast. Because it's a beast. So
Only a true hunter can get through it.
if you want to see more pics of Predator and the other Legendary games and lots more Gen Con coverage, you of course can at rollforcrit.com/GenCon15. And they can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of
Right.
stuff.
But for now, we're going to stop. And hopefully you should keep watching because there's plenty more Gen Con news coming our way. I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this is Roll for Crit.